bitch!
Okay, that's a interesting way to start the part. Apparently you can get a trophy by doing that. Anyway, what's up everybody? My name is the Holy Apple. Welcome back to Two Guys One Anime. This is Final Fantasy XVI again. Just to try and recap what we left off at. We are going to try and infiltrate a royal capital, and to do that we need some help, but we've actually arrived at the area we need to first. I think we're just going to be going around doing some side stuff, and then eventually the other people will show up, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then? Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Indeed. Did I just see a bunch of side quests? I did. Okay, we're going to be busy in this part, then probably doing side missions and whatnot, but we'll wait and see if that's true or not.
The girls have been talking about.
Well, I'm not an escort. Let's just get that clear.
Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm not an escort. No.
Told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name.
Someone's been kidnapped. Great.
But I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne. And picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in. And she didn't want to let her down.
So we have a stalker, is what you're saying.
Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
Hopefully. So I'm looking for a guy.
Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Yeah. For a guy who's got a scar over one eye.
I suppose you'll need a little something.
But also...
You there? The gentleman with the sword?
You mean the guy over there or me? There's quite a few people with swords, I'm not gonna lie.
Notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the dame?
You try to hire me to be an escort, I'm
Might
gonna
I
kick
trouble
your
you for
ass.
some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead.
I'm smuggling drugs, aren't I?
Better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress. Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Yes, I'll smuggle the drugs for you, why not? 1,000 gil as well.
Why not?
Marvelous. The
Let me
task
guess.
is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not.
I thought that was just gonna be
Mere
it.
Trifles which folk, and though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't.
Okay.
Strongly advise.
I will not look at what you've given me then. It is probably drugs. The least I know, the better. You first?
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind.
Racist.
Whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Yeah, this is definitely drugs.
That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink.
Not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right?
Okay, apparently I'm selling moonshine instead then.
Tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Oh.
Of course.
So what you're telling me is I've basically just traded drugs for moonshine. At least that's the gist of what I got anyway. You, free stuff.
I have no business with Branded.
Just don't hate
I have
Brand.
business
Why?
with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
I don't want to. I'm going to take your share for myself, thank you very much.
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false,
I'll
No.
always take it back.
you will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
I will cut you down. Trust me on that one.
Cigars.
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
Some weird commerce trading I'm doing right now. Cigars, moonshine, probably
There's
moonshine.
nothing here for your kind, Branded.
Why is everyone so hostile against the Branded? Jesus Christ.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
I literally went from the friendliest NPC to like the most spiteful ones.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make them less so. For a while at least. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. You wait right
Sure you did.
here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is,
Yeah.
how can they afford to maintain them?
Search me, you both
There's
die.
only one way to
I'm
find
just
out.
saying. Here's your stuff.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No
Oh, the
need to
crystals.
be coy, my boy.
It's drugs.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
No, you're a
I think you're
merchant.
doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
Another side quest done then. I will not say no to 3,000 gil, even though I now have 26,000. Oh, and I get some items as well, which I might never use. You never know. Next side quest, what have we got?
Where's your commanding officer branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real?
Let me kick his ass.
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry, but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
Let me kick their ass.
We laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out.
Let me kick his ass.
About it, branded. Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the dame's being properly looked after.
If you're going to pay me to kick your ass, why not?
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight.
You're about to fight an Eikon, mate. Not a wise idea.
Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
Definitely feels like they should have swapped the voices, though.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you.
Now, this is like me kind of cold on the controls as well, because it's been a while since I played. So I'm going to remember to pick it up when I fight him.
Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding.
The sword looks so cool.
Use all the tricks you want, Brandon.
Phoenix!
So you know one end of a blade from the other. Enough. I yield.
No. Out of the ring.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon?
Didn't even swing a sword.
So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine.
Next pigeon.
Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Ooh.
How'd a bearer win the Dane's favour anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
Stay down. It's over. No potential. I give you that.
Why are the garrison soldiers so weak? Just throwing him around. Kick him out of the ring. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Can I go now?
Gregor's gash. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah, pretty much.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Yes,
Do us a
kind of.
favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
I ain't telling her anything, mate. This is why you don't challenge a random guy you've never seen before. It could just be literally like the main character, for example. Going to ignore you for the moment and see what you want.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
Yes.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty.
Let me kill.
Though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed.
Let me kill.
And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to which brings me to my...
I keep pressing X by accident.
The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom. A freedom I could sorely use.
Okay, what do you want?
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now.
I'm delivering food to bearers.
What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes.
Let me take down the Empire and get Bahamut, please. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And when you're finished,
I'm probably going to get Odin at some point as well.
one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not. I'm expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Okay. Time for me to deliver some food then.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
What's that? I swear to God there was someone here.
I have something for you.
Hello, I have food. You can turn around.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Okay.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
I'll run you through with my sword, motherfucker. I wish I really could have, like, free control in this game, because I'm the kind of guy who would be just chaotic at everything. Like, I would prefer the chaotic approach.
For it to heal on its own. Hurry up!
Looks like now's not the time.
Okay, so that's going to be the last one then, so go to the other one first. I'm not being funny, but this is like a blatant misuse of power. Why would you use wind magic to dry sheets? Just let it happen naturally. You'll save a lot of time and effort.
You look like you need a rest.
Debatably, yes, it gets done quicker, but is it worth it? Really?
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Yeah, like I was saying, like if this was like Outer Worlds where I get free reign on all decisions, I'd probably raise the barracks to the ground just because I can. Like those two would definitely be dead, and yeah, there'd be a big fire.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
The fact that he's got healing magic is a bloody blessing, I'll just say that much.
Yeah. It looks like you need it. The Chamberlain must have sent you.
That is an interesting question, though.
My work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me. You need to rest. But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend. And what of your own hurts? They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
Jesus Christ. That was the most dire kind of bearer I've come across yet.
The drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. But yeah, that's an interesting question to pose to the chat. If you could have any power, like if you were born like as a bearer kind of thing, not subjecting to what these guys are doing, but like what kind of power you could get, which one would it be? Would you go for wind, fire, water, or light, I suppose you'd call healing? Darkness would also be a possibility. Lightning as well.
Fell favourably.
You the guy I'm looking for?
With a scar
No.
over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. Where's the dame's brooch? One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in war. Yeah, Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you.
I am concerned now.
On the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Yeah, I'm like slightly concerned that it was an abduction and she's been sold. That's like where I'm thinking this is going. Hello.
All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business.
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only
It's never something you want to be associated with.
By the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter.
I don't have a choice. I'm just doing what the game tells me to do. That, literally, I was saying a minute ago, I would raise the barracks to the ground if I had open choice. Like, literally just turn into Ifrit and demolish the entire thing. 28,000 gold for Gil. And a level up. I've actually realised that the stat progression in this is quite slow. I'm not sure what the max level is going to be. I want to say it'd be 99 like every other game, but I don't know. There's definitely a question mark above that at the minute. This one I will harm my face for, because it's the main one.
Tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Right. Onward to more then, I suppose.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
All of them. Probably.
Go on. Back to the pens with you. I need you fit for the morrow's harvest.
Jesus Christ! The narrative they're spinning with this is really good.
That's enough dallying, you two.
Like literally hammering home like how they're used,
There's still work to be done.
as opposed to treating them like normal people. It really is hammering a message home. Although it's probably going to be more satisfying when eventually you do free up everything. Hello, what's wrong with you?
Have you seen my Chloe?
Who's what?
I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
Now, anybody would think this is like a pet or something. I bet it's a branded.
Describe it to me.
She's beautiful, white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind.
Literally like describing a dog.
She must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is my job to feed her.
In that case, let's not keep her waiting.
Go on. The quest is called Playthings as well.
There's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her.
There's another quest there. Loads of side quests keep like propping up everywhere. You. What do you know? Oops. I'm glad I can't set fields on fire.
I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners.
Yes.
Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because I asked nicely.
The girl from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lissette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
Something really messed up is going to be about this.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
This is just being set up to being something really messed up. I can feel it. Everything would scream for it to be a dog. Like what I've got.
Chloe.
That ain't Chloe. That is a literally a dog.
More brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl?
Of course not.
Is that?
That's Chloe.
Someone napping on the job.
Now that's Chloe.
I hope they don't mind the interruption.
This is gonna be Chloe. This is like how Fox. Yes, white hair. I knew this was gonna be how fucked up it was gonna be.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic.
This is just no.
I knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you?
A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
No, she is dead. Just get over it, kid.
And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
You're snapping at a little girl. You're wasting your time. That'd be funny.
Bearers don't have parents.
What the... What? They don't just spawn out of nowhere.
Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Yeah, this is like all kinds of messed up, I'm not gonna lie. But yes, well done. You made a little girl cry. Now let's move on with the adventure, I suppose. I knew it was setting up to be really messed up. The whole world in this game is completely messed up. I'm not gonna lie, it's doing wonders, like telling a story. Because they're like really trying to hammer home that branded are just misused everywhere. You know what? I was going to say no, but you kind of look like Chris Jericho, so I'm curious.
You're late. What kept you?
Okay, no, you just...
Late for what?
A bit fat. Never mind.
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy.
Not my problem.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
I'm tempted, but I need to do all the side quests.
Right. Where is he?
My. I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change.
I'm kind of like a soldier and also an icon.
And see that you kill the beast.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried.
If this is an ambush, everyone's gonna die.
I need to be careful.
But the wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it.
I'm very suspect about this.
Stay back. I'll deal with this.
I'm gonna have a Pokemon battle instead. Go! Use bites! I kinda want to just toggle to just like beat it on its own because it's weak. Am I patient?
You know what to do, boy. You lose.
Just punt it. I love the attacks you can do when they're on the floor. The fact that you did like a full like 360 spin as well when I kicked it. Some of the stuff in this is just brilliant.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die.
Yep, something weird, obviously.
You whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
Such a pompous little shit. You know the thing that you just did to the wolf where you kicked it and it spun like 360? Can you not just do that to the kid? I feel like I'll feel so much better if you did.
But it's not the wolf that's to blame.
No, it's the owner.
Someone needs to put an end to this before it happens again.
Yes, let me put them both down. I'll be doing the world a favour, trust me. Actually, better idea. Toggle, attack! It's okay, we're just having fun. This is why you don't...
Come here this instant.
Yeah, this is why you don't enlist a soldier to go and save your son, because he will get a result.
You frighten my son. You slaughter his poor pet, and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. Better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the branded I bought.
Of course not.
How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go, summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
You mean the madam or dame?
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame.
Yeah, sit down.
Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Let me kick his ass.
Father, he's scaring me.
Kick his ass!
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Let me kick his ass.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
No, disrespect's going to be a bad idea.
Yes, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
Right, you better go find a behemoth then, and I'm pretty certain you're not going to be able to catch one of them. Because I think only a behemoth is going to try and take me down.
I'm wasting my time.
Yes.
I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That
Good.
much I can do at least.
The game is so backwards and messed up when you get close to the nobility.
Have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport.
Just let me burn the capital to the ground. They deserve it at this point. Alright, time to bury the bodies. Proper burial for the both of you.
More victims of the nobles' games.
Goodies.
You must be Clive.
How do you know me?
How do you know my name? The Dame.
Oh.
I'm in her service. Like yourself.
Fair dues.
Never gets any easier, burying the dead. Is that what you're here to do? The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Of course, because you're the first decent person I've met since I've been out here. This world is so backwards. Although, it is doing one thing well. It's like, we agreed to help Sid basically bring down the current structure and hierarchies.
May their burden finally be lifted.
When you go through seeing all this, you kind of feel like it's going to be a good thing to do that anyway.
Oh, I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die.
That's alright, when we come back, we'll see if they got a new one and then we'll kill that one as well. It's fine.
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
I ain't helping him.
Is this your doing? Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually.
True.
With bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's less two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again.
I kind of hope they do. I like you as a character. You seem like the most civil and friendly person I've come across. I have no idea what your name is. But thank you for being a humble and nice NPC for once in this background world. 150 what? I can only say skill points. That's like the only thing that's coming to my mind at the minute. Now I wonder. Okay, much less a buried body or a rock. Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping there'd be a blood trail that you could follow to find out where they were killed, but it looks like it just goes off that way, and then that's pretty much it. What makes me even laugh at it anymore, there's like more people who own Branded there, and they've got Branded as well. They were literally stood there getting attacked by a wolf, and these guys did nothing. Oh, that's amusing. And then these two have done nothing as well.
Had another Branded drop in the field yesterday.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Weren't expecting any new brandy through the new moon.
I'm not a deserter. I'm just a guy who will probably kick everybody's ass. I ran straight past everything. You were the merchant.
What do you want?
Good
Good riddance.
My sword's better than the one you're selling. Shut your mouth.
Are you Bertrand? The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
One eye.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital.
Maybe go to the capital together.
It's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down.
Okay.
Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a Branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
I'd like to see them try. Like, I would genuinely like to see them try. I just fought two of the Imperial Guard and they went down like they were there. Hello, trader.
What's this? A Branded? Where's your master? What's that call for the constable?
You were just a grumpy old man.
At the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant.
I love how I mentioned the dame and not the whole tune changes.
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right.
Where is he?
Comb, which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one. But old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value, and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
Why is this all for a comb?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything.
You've gone from...
Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful, I mean, most helpful.
You've gone from a really grumpy old man to a really creepy old man. Make up your mind between the two, please.
It smells of death here, Torgal.
Well, there's a load of wolves.
We can't let them get any closer to the village.
Oh god, that's a lot of dead people. Easy peasy.
Damn it all. Bodies.
Yeah, a lot of them. Okay, I thought it was a lot of them. It's only 2. Okay. Yeah, ironically, it is the 2 I'm looking for, but still.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
Hmm. Murder then.
So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl
Are you the
Yannick
Imperial?
went to see every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
Yeah.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Ah, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Yep, more than likely. If I tell her what happened, it's the third party. If you tell her what happened, she's going to be very angry with the barracks.
Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
Oh, hello, Dame. Dame, Dame,
Still
one of the
in
two.
one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door. Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
And yeah, so Oriflamme. I imagine this will lock me out the story. Like I won't be able to leave here as soon as I've travelled there. Probably going to be like a huge segmented section, which is probably going to like finish with us finding Bahamut, but we will wait and see. What's nearby? Okay. Okay, there's nothing new nearby. It's literally just going to be straight up going to Oriflamme, but I am actually going to leave that for the next part because the part is already going over now, and I feel like this section is probably going to take me another hour just to get through it all. So yeah, not much happened in this part. We got some more backstory as to why the brand, well, basically how badly the branded get treated just about everywhere. Yeah, changes your perspective a little bit, and I don't have any remorse for anybody anymore. But that is just me. As usual, thank you very much for watching the video. Remember to leave a comment down below telling me what you thought, and also leave a like and subscribe down below. But I shall see you all in the next video.